Weight loss. She is a fickle mistress, one that has been evading me for many years. Weight loss is a long journey which you will follow for the rest of your life. Something that never quits, never stops trying to evade you, and something that will challenge you on every turn. But that's the thing. One must stay strong to conquer the beast, to capture the thing that is evading you. Or so I thought. The last 3 days, I have been, in a way, stressed, extremely stressed. I had a big important meeting about something I was worried about, and ultimately, my own emotional issues caused a lapse in judgment. I've been eating copious amounts of junk food, but nevertheless, I still worked out. I ran 20 minutes, and I went for long walks, and even went to the gym. And come to think of it, I was more responsible than what I would have been had I been a lesser man. A year ago, for example, I would have binged, and the binge would have been much worse. You see, this whole issue started this morning. I weighed myself, assuming that I would be vastly up in weight. But despite this, I was down. A lie, I thought. Preposterous. I've been so irresponsible these last few days. How could I possibly weigh less? I'm 480 pounds, by the way, dead on. Bragging. But I'm surprised, shocked. I thought there was no way I was down. I moved my feet around and got into all sorts of different positions to try and shift the weight so that I would be up. The correct response, but I wasn't. I was down. So what was it? Was it all a mistake? A misunderstanding? Had I been looking this mistress in the eyes and telling her lies? I don't know. Preposterous. Had I made the mistake of assuming she would abandon me the moment I slipped up? Maybe she was more trustworthy. Maybe she was kinder. Maybe it was my own lapses in judgment, severe, big lapses in judgment over the course of years that had made me this fat. Definitely an option. Or maybe I was more responsible than I had given myself credit for. You see, in the old days, when I was at my peak fatness, when I was binge eating almost every day, the thing I would find was I would go to the gas station after work and I would get myself copious amounts of food. Food that I don't reach today. Food that I feel like I would get vastly sick if I ate now. I would eat 2 packs of Oreos every day, 2 bags of chips as well, 2 giant sandwiches, and an entire case, a 12-pack of cans of soda. Irresponsible. Neglectful, honestly. How could I be like that? I'm not that anymore. You see, the irresponsible eating I had done in these last 3 days didn't even compare to what I used to eat back then. In the old days, I was the kind of man that could eat an entire large tray of lasagna to himself. The last time I bought a lasagna, I didn't even eat half of it. I feel like my insides are changing as I get healthier, as I gain more fitness, as I get deeper into this weight loss journey. I don't want to eat all that greasy, sugary garbage. In these last 3 days, I did not eat what that man used to eat. I'll start with yesterday. Yesterday, I had 2 egg sandwiches as per usual. Then, I had to take my aunt to the hospital just for a checkup, just a doctor's visit. And I sat in the car for several hours and didn't eat. And here's where the trick came in, because she wanted to go to Walmart afterwards, so I took her. And I bought some mini pizzas. And I ate a lot of them, not all of them. The old me would have eaten all of them, I did not. But by eating those, I had assumed I had already blown my diet for the day. So when we went out for supper, I got a chicken burger and fries. It was a nice family-cooked food restaurant, you know, like a home-cooked meal kind of place. And I got the chicken burger platter, and
I thought that was going to be it for the day, but I had a little bit of, a little. So I ended up eating a late night sandwich. And by having those 4 things, I had assumed that I had gone overboard. But I think it was just relative judgment, In the old days, when I was ultimate fat level me, I would have assumed that that was a good day. And to be clear, I have lost a lot of weight. I'm down, 80 pounds, and I figured, I don't know, maybe my daily energy expenditures have gone down a little, but not all the way, For a man who could eat 2 packs of Oreos, 2 bags of chips, 2 giant sandwiches, and an entire case of soda every day, what I had was actually fine. And I was judging myself on a much skinnier level. And I still managed to lose the weight. So I think that's something that changes with a lot of people. They go on and they work towards something. They work towards it, and they get to this level where it's like, I gotta keep improving, I gotta keep going further. But really, you should be going slow and making slow progresses, because eventually you're going to plateau and you won't be able to lose any more weight. There's a point of diminishing returns. So you should really be doling out these new steps every once in a while, like months in between each other, instead of just like a new thing every week. Just stay the course, It's like being on a boat. People who are going from England to Canada, they don't go, ooh. No, they just go to England, Canada, on the boat. So it's about staying the course as long as you can, and, just getting to where you're going. But also, once you're there, you gotta work to stay there. It's like, the boat never fully comes ashore. It's staying at the dock, and you gotta work to keep it there. You gotta work to keep it afloat. So you might get to your goal, which is Canada or 220 pounds like it is for me, but there has to be something you can do. You have to put varnish on the boat, you have to fix any leaks, you have to, keep it tied to the dock. There's always going to be maintenance to keep the boat afloat. And if it sinks, I guess it sinks back to England, but, it all works out as long as you keep working. And minimal damage was done in those 3 days, and I'm very surprised that I lost weight at all. Just something fun I thought I would share with you. I was a little bit irresponsible, not all the way irresponsible. And I think that's a really great change. Mentally, psychologically, I was the kind of person who would completely abandon ship at that point, and he would just binge and binge and binge for months. But now I've finished those 3 days, and my big meeting has passed, and I'm no longer stressed out, so immediately I'm getting back to fitness and health and good eating. So that's good, and I'll continue to make progress. And I'm very grateful to be down to a point where I can, keep getting lower. And I'm at 480 pounds, which means any day now I could be at 479, a whole new 10-pound bracket, weight bracket, yeah. 479 pounds. And I remember how I looked at 420. And I looked good at 420, so if I keep getting closer, I think I'm going to be really proud of what I've done. And I'm really proud for not completely abandoning ship in those 3 stressful days. I'm grateful to be the person I've become. Good vibes.